Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to the stream. Let me just quickly do this. What's up guys? Get rid of this. Alright, so welcome to the stream. As you can see, DJ Weapons today. But anyway, that's going to be our intro for the streams. I should have left it playing in the background a little bit. But today, as you can see by the thumbnail, we are going to be finishing off the warehouse. As you can see, I haven't really done much since the last stream. Because we're going to be doing it in today's stream. But what I want to show you first off is actually some animations. Why not, we'll get this playing in the background a little bit actually. About there. Let's get this down here a little bit. Alright. Let's look at some of these animations. As you can see, our animator's working really hard. We've got our pick and packing animations in the works. As you can see, we've got a walk, we've got a standing idle, going into a crouch. But that's pretty much some of the animations he's working on. So it's going to be a state. It needs to be 35 animations sort of thing. I don't know if this is getting a little bit too loud, but repeat. All right. That's where we are. So we're going to be working on this today. So he's working on the animation, still waiting on that before I can do the actual logic. But if you weren't here in the last stream and you're wondering what's going on here, is we're making a warehouse, which is pretty much going to be a working place for inmates. So we need to pretty much just map it. What I want to do is I want to turn these into blueprints, because these are going to be interactable blueprints to be able to sort of grab the boxes off the shelf and stuff like that. But let's get rid of this for now. Let's go down to here and let's jump straight into this. Now what I need to do is I need to think hard about this. So I need to go into here. We need to, let me just double check everything's good here. Shout out to whoever's watching. Make sure you hit the like button, guys. Consider subscribing. We'll notify more people to come in here, and I'm pretty sure I've done this good. Yep, that's all good. Let me double check everything's good here. Yes. Alright, beautiful. Okay, so let's go into here. So what I want to do is try and get this an average movement so I can work out exactly how it's going to be. What's 100? Interesting. Okay, we want to click 100. What's this? That's 100. All right. Okay, so it needs to be 100 and something. So I can go like this. Wait, let's see if I can duplicate that for now. So we can go 100. Let's say it's 150. That's 130. But let's say it's 150. We can go from the bottom. Are we at the bottom? Let's just get it at the bottom. Alright, so there, that's the start, and then we can go like this and go, I want to get in the exact right height. So there's 100, 150. You know what, let's just go with the 150. $150, there's the second height. Wait, what's this look like here with the boxes? I think that's more realistic. Yeah, I think that's more realistic. At least I know exactly where it is. Let's see what a third one looks like. Oh. No, we're not going to do that. So the 150 different difference of 150 units. Okay. Let me know, guys, if you like the drill music at the start. Maybe I can get a little playlist going, some instrumentals or something. Get it playing in the background. That's the height we're looking for. Alright. Alright, so that's the height. That's good. That's a good height. What I want to do, it's going to be a little bit higher than before, but what I want to do is I want to go in game and see how high. I think head height's about here. Because I want to make it so you can either take off the top row, the middle row or the bottom row. It doesn't really matter. But we'll find out. Shout out to whoever's watching. Make sure you hit the like button. Consider subscribing, guys. Mate, jump into the comments if you're watching. Let me know where you're watching from and what time it is, what time zone. But we'll be going for 8 minutes. Not bad. All right. At least I got the height, the right height for this. Now I could pretty much just duplicate this because I want to make it 3 long. I think 3 long is going to be good. So I need to get one more there, and then another one, and another one. I don't know how these are going to work, but we'll find out. Let's wait to jump into here. Let's get rid of that. It's a little bit too quiet now without the music. I've only got one instrumental there, so I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you would like some music playing in the background. Maybe I can get an instrumental playlist going, put that on a loop or something. Alright, we're checking heights. Yeah, that's doable. That's doable. We're just doing it like that. Alright, beautiful. Nice. Hmm. What we wanted. Alright, beautiful. Yeah, definitely 3 long, and then make this place a little bit smaller. Then we can fit it all in nicely, I reckon. I like how it doesn't move like in the world. Yeah. Alright. That's the length. I think that's a good length. If I shorten it down this much, yeah, perfect. Alright, there's our bottom row. I'll answer that in a second. Ah, someone must have subscribed, I think. I think that's, yeah, subscribe or something. Wasn't a comment. But shout out to whoever subscribed, if that was a subscription. Alright, there we go. There's our rack. Just double check it's not eating up. Eating up frames like in the last stream. Should be good, but because it's just meshes. Oh, that's what I want to do. I want to see if I can get the line to work on the, because that's a thing. But let's double check our frame rate isn't getting absolutely tanked by this thing. Context who wasn't watching the last stream, in the last stream, this the asset came with like a blueprint that sort of constructs the racking automatically, and it was just tanking the performance. So I worked around it by making my own blueprint and just constructing the mesh myself into like a 3 row, and then I'm able to change the number of the rack, and that's it. And it fixed it. So the first thing I want to do is get the racking down, get the size of the room going, and we should get this done at least by this stream. And I might be able to jump in and show you some camera code because I didn't have time to show you last time. Uh, it drops a bit. It isn't as bad as it was. And I think because of the size of this room, this is a standard type of. I think we're gonna get away with it. But I think I can make it a lot better by going like this. Hmm. I think that's gonna work. I think I got the size of the room down a little bit more, which will make it perform a little bit better. So now let's start lining these up. 1, 2, 3. Okay. There's that. And now we can go bang. Two. Alright, I think that works. Probably too far away, but at least I know it's like symmetrical. Alright. So there's that. Let's actually see how these free racks handle with performance. And then I want to see if I can add the... I should be able to do that now. Look at the calculations here, man. Is it a taker? Oh yeah, I hate these things. You can see what they do when they go over stuff like that. Would it be like this maybe? What? Okay. It's not worth it. Alright, now we're checking performance. JB says, do you get bored of doing this sometimes, or is it always fun? I'm a beginner. I have ADHD. Sometimes I give up. I absolutely love doing this, man. You know, it's really what you're interested in. It's some people are interested in animations, and that's all they do is animations. Other people are interested in 3D modeling, and that's all they do is 3D modeling or creating environments and stuff like that. See, I'm a programmer. I've been doing it since 2010. I absolutely love programming. So this is something I really enjoy. I never get bored of doing it. I love doing it. This isn't programming right now. I'm just mapping right now. But I'm preparing a room that is going to have programming in it, working logic and stuff like that. So as a programmer, I cannot do animations for the life of me. I cannot make 3D models, so I need to use assets. We've also got an animator on the team. Mo, shout out to him. So he's doing all of our animations. Without him, I wouldn't be able to make a single feature. Let alone the entire game. But yeah, I do not get bored of this. There is burnout. You sort of become burnt out and stuff like that. But I just take time off, like I did just now. I took 3 days off because I was burnt out a little bit. I worked on it heaps and I got a little bit burnt out. But now I'm back. But this is where we are, and now we actually need to test. We need to test performances with 3 racks because I don't think I've seen this. I think this should be good. I think lowering the size of the... See, the lighting needs to be rebuilt now. It's all going to be messed up like this until I rebuild it. But it takes a bit to rebuild it, so I won't be doing it in a stream. But we've got our racks now. I don't know, maybe I can save some performance by removing this metal rack, because you don't really need that. The pallets will still sit on the racking, so I'm going to remove that just for performance reasons. So it doesn't have to render it, it just doesn't have to be there. So I'm going to remove all that grading stuff. Because we don't need it. We just need pallets sitting on a rack. That's all we need. And the pallets are going to be blueprints, which are going to be interactables. So that's how you pick a box off the rack, is by interacting with a pallet. And then a box will go in your hand, and then you'll hold the box, and then you'll take it over to the dispatch pallet. You'll put it down on the pallet. You'll go back to your computer. You'll dispatch the item and stuff like that. So stat FPS, stat units. Everything's normal. It's a significant drop. Yep. Oh wow. Alright. We're almost back to that issue. Interesting. Okay. Let's see how it performs when I do this. Very serious issue. What I could do actually is see if I can downgrade the textures as well. So you have to do this type of stuff sometimes. You have to optimize the assets. You have to work with what you got, sort of thing. Yeah, I think this is way too much. Look at the reflections on it. You know what I mean? Let's see if this does anything to the frames. Maybe what I could do is shorten it to 2 if I have to. If we have to, we have to. Simple as that. Alright. Now that hasn't got that stuff in there. Let's see how this handles now. We might have to... Yeah, I think the next thing I can do is potentially downgrade. Man. This happened before with another asset, and then I purchased these assets, and now it's happening again. But it's literally just this racking. So if we can get the racking to handle at least around 40 frames a second, 50 frames a second, I think that's going to be alright. Because when you're in these big rooms, it's going to be obviously harder to render than a hallway or something, or like inside a cell block. Interesting. The frame consuming racking system. Ah, it's slightly better. Alright, let's take about 30% off it. We at least have to get this working for now, because it can be the prototype for now. We can get better models made, but what I can do is, I think if I downgrade the textures, I don't know what type of textures they are, but this should be like, they look like small racking now, but we need to get it to just work. You know, if it drops 15 frames a second, 10 frames a second, that's fine. But we just need to get it to work. So my next step now is to downgrade the textures. Or potentially shift over to 2K textures if he's already got them. But I think you can manually force it to go into 2K. Better. Much better. Alright. Now, oh well. They're only 1 and 2Ks. Maybe it's like really intensive. It's not even that bad. Alright, disable that. Now we've got clean. That might do something. So now it's not rendering rust or dirt. They're already like 2K and 1K textures. I don't know what's... Maybe it's the poly count in the meshes. I don't know any of this stuff, like this 3D modeling level design stuff. I just know how to place a fucking place something down and then build mechanics around it. That's what I'm doing. That's all I'm doing right now. Oh, how you doing, Gary Smith, mate? I can't hear the alerts for some reason, which is ridiculous. They stop working after the second stream or something. Can I ask why you don't play in Viewport? I'm just used to going into standalone game because with a standalone game, if you're running Steam, if you're trying to run Steam, you need to go into a standalone game or Steam doesn't work. So I've just got used to going into a standalone game. It goes full screen. It's, like I'm just used to it. It will probably be like 10 seconds faster, like through the viewport or something, but this is what I'm used to. I like going in and having full screen and stuff. Stat, FPS, stat, unit. I'm hoping it's really just the dirt and that. I mean, it wasn't as bad as it was before. I think we can get away with that for now. Maybe we can... Well, there's potentially a 3D modeler joining the team. So, depending how that goes, we could probably get him to build us some new racking that's not fucking going to consume the frames. But I think it's mainly the size of this room. But I think that's all we can do for now anyway. I mean, if this would... It's really fucking not even that significant. Uh, okay. Okay, this is probably where it is. Interesting. 1K. They're not being used. That's been disabled. That's been disabled. What was that? Good. So this might be... Like, fucking... Alright, we're gonna have one more performance check. And then we're gonna have to live with it. You're gonna have to work at 40 frames a second. I think it's mainly the size of the... And dropping this down one bay is like dropping 33% of the size. We'll see how this goes. Make them static meshes, then look at the poly count. Okay. To convert the whole blueprint into a static mesh and then check the poly count? It's probably something ridiculous. It has to be like... I don't know how people get away with selling this type of stuff. I mean, because if you buy it, all you want is a warehouse, nothing too serious, and you can't even lay a three rack, like a 3 row racking down without it tanking. I think we got a little bit of performance back by removing the dirt rust. Uh, it wouldn't make. There is no 4K textures by the looks of it. Like, oh wow, big difference. Now it's very barely going into the orange. What did I just do then? I forgot what I just did. Well, whatever I did, it looks like that's a big difference, I reckon. I think that's gonna work. That's gonna work for us. So look, as soon as you exit, bang, you're back up to 50, 60, 70 frames a second, 50, 60, and then you walk in here and boom, 30, 40. I think that we're just gonna have to live with that for now. All right, so now, okay, so there's that one, and them. Okay. What? Okay, there's that one. All right. So there we go. We've got blueprint one. Blueprint. The fuck? What the fuck? Uh, game, blueprints, warehouse, master pallet. Uh, Alright, there's our palette there. So what I want to do now is work out what type of variations we can have. So maybe that one's going to be Catch my drift? It's gonna be a little bit over, but there's nothing we can do about it. Alright, there we go. We've got our pallets. Shouldn't even bother trying to do them ones. It just means that these are not going to exist. So we're going to have two different styles. What? What is going on here? Is that? Yeah, that's on top. Alright, that's the height for that one. Let's make it a large pallet. You catch my drift? Then we can go like this. Bring that over to about there. Make it a normal pallet. You catch my drift? So this is how it is. There's gonna be parts like this, but what I can do actually, so we're gonna have some interactable, some not. So like that, like that. Now we can go like this. Make it a large pallet, interactable. Grab another one. Unlock this. Make it a small pallet, non-interactable. Then we can go like this. Interactable. So that's how I visioned it. So if you need to get something from rack 1, you need to come to one of these boxes. Not all of them are going to be interactable, obviously. But there's one rack. Let's see how this performs. Make them static meshes and look at the poly count. Okay, I'll see if I can do that now. We can go like this, actor, convert to static mesh, put it in the content, static mesh, rack. Can you see the poly count here? Vertices, whoa, 194,000 vertices, 252,000 triangles. That just doesn't sound fucking good. How do you look at the poly count? LID's 4, okay. I don't know, man. What should I be clicking on? Like to see? I'm assuming this is not fucking good. 250,000 triangles. I'm sure that's not fucking good. Definition, that's not good. But anyway, that's where we are now. So I can get rid of this. What I want to do is I want to check the performance with a couple of palettes now down. Shouldn't be too bad. Shout out to whoever's watching. Let's jump in game now, guys. So that's all I was thinking for the racking. Just a couple of little bit variations of this. You got you got big palette, small palette, interactable, not interactable. I'm gonna have to convert everything to one interaction interface, so I'm not checking all different types of actors and then casting or then calling the interface really. But I sort of optimize it a little bit by adding tags to the actors and only and then checking the tags first. And then you're just checking tags against actors, and if it's got the tag, then you do the interface call. The boxes really haven't changed the performance. I think that's going to be an issue. what's happening now. That's what we're working with right now. Alright, there we are, we have our racking. What? That's too narrow for a pallet jack. Alright. How can we, what can we do to fill up the room? Shit. Warehouse. I feel like there's a lot of room here. But what we could do is have like a big desk thing here or something, and this is where all the operations happen. So what I could do is maybe, oh, alright. Trying to get some detail in here, fill it up a little bit. That's all we can do. We just need a warehouse somewhere to start building the working logic. I feel this needs to go right there. Alright, a little bit more detail. Couple of that. So how's the thing gonna work? I reckon we just have a table or something like this. This is where the computer's gonna be. I'm yet to do the logic, but we can do this now. Just a bit of detail. What do you reckon, guys? That's our office. A little dispatch area, but we need a pallet now for the actual dispatch. So we can go like this and just put a pallet down. Use the dispatch pallet. I think that's just going to be us. There's a dispatch pallet. You have to physically walk onto here and put a box down there, then you can dispatch it from the computer. So you'll come to the computer, you'll find an order, it will say go grab 2 boxes from rack 2. You'll come here, you'll grab 1 box, you'll go over here, you'll put it down here, you'll grab another box, you'll put it down here. Once you've got your 2 boxes there, then you'll come over to here and you'll dispatch it, and that's the process. Check up on you guys in a sec. There we go, no smoking. Let's see if we can maybe get something else up here, like one of these. Looks a little bit more workshoppery. God, it's real bare over here. We need to probably do something here. But I think that's it. That's our warehouse, guys. You know what I mean? I reckon it'll look pretty cool if we went like this. It's not very realistic doing this, but why not? Ah, that's something I didn't. Yeah, I think that's us. I think that's our warehouse, guys. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? Do you like it? Shout out to whoever's watching. An hour and a half. Not too bad. It's actually time's flown. So here we are. I think we've got our warehouse, guys. I think our lighting's good. Good positioning. But let's try one more performance test. What's wrong with all this? The computer needs to be compiled. What does it? That's what I can probably do here with this. I can probably change the LED now, maybe, to all of this stuff. Uh, I don't know. I'll look into that. But this is us. We've got our warehouse done. Luckily, I made it shorter because these racks had to come shorter too. I wanted them to come out to about here, but I think this is gonna work. It's gonna give us, somewhere for the inmates to work, you know what I mean? And simulate that type of feature. But we'll see one last time how the performance is going to handle. Hopefully it's going to be as good as we can get it, really. Like, state units. Okay, 60, 40, 50. Interesting. It is a bit laggy in here. I think the LED of those, look, see how they keep changing? I need to change some LEDs here, I think. I need to do something, man. These rackings are just overkill. I'm gonna have to do something about this. Maybe we can change the LED, maybe? Allow call distance volume. It's obviously the meshes. It has to be something to do with the meshes. I'm not 100% sure, but I need to look into this and do something significant. How many LED? How many levels of detail is there? Like, doesn't even do anything. Or does it? I don't know. Yeah, I need to we need to figure something out here. Like, I need a 3D artist to look at these meshes and maybe just try and I can just do some new meshes for me that aren't going to consume It's literally the racking, guys. Like if I delete the racking and then go into in-game, it will be just normal. It's this stupid racking. Fucking. Maybe the LAD doesn't come into play until you're inside the level or something. I don't know. It's got to be the content within the mesh, like too much triangles, too many polygons, whatever. Like you were saying before, Gary Smith, it's got to be some sort of like it had 250,000 triangles. I'm pretty sure that's a ridiculous amount. Like for some racking, you know what I mean? But there we go. We've hit a little bit of a pickle. We need to work out performance issues here. I think the LAD of the LED's working. I think because look at the shadows and that. Yeah, so the LED's actually working now. I think like that should be very low LED far down there. Interesting. 2,000 draws. It's fine over here, but as soon as we look at this racking, fuck. Ah, this is something very serious. But that's where we are, guys. That's probably where I'm going to have to leave this stream anyway. At least we've got to a point where I need to work something out, and then, yeah, the LED is not doing anything. So we need to figure something out. Maybe because of the lighting, I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe because I'm streaming as well. Because look, the lighting's not done. I don't know, guys. I'm pretty sure this poly count, like in this, because look at the detail in it. All those holes, you know what I mean? It's very high quality meshes. That's the issue here. But what I want to try now is hopefully I can do this without, because watch what happens. Soon as I remove that racking, we might just have to have a fucking warehouse with just pallets everywhere. Because we can't handle the racking. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure something out. Because this is really just a prototype. What I'm trying to build here now is just a prototype of the final game. And hopefully we can find someone experienced enough to build us a new map and to, to take on the job. And potentially have an exterior and interior depending on how good it performs. But this is probably going to be our pickle. We've hit a pickle, and that's when we stop the stream. But watch, like you'll see there is going to be no frame rate issues whatsoever because we don't have AI powered racking. See 50, 60, 50, 60, 50, 60, or 40. It's because of the size. Yeah, the frames, the racking alone is taking at least 10, 15 frames just to render the fucking racking. But yeah, that's it. Bang. That's probably where I'm going to have to leave this stream, guys. We hit a bit of a pickle. We got some performance issues with the racking, which needs to be rectified. But I don't know if like rebuilding the lighting is going to do anything. But I think the LED's working because watch the shadows. So yeah, the LED's working, but it's not doing anything. But anyway, guys, that's probably where I'm going to leave this stream. Shout out to whoever's watching, if you're still watching up until now. But if you're new to the stream or new to the game, make sure you go check out the devlogs. There's going to be devlog number 3 coming out very soon. But that's probably where I'm going to leave this stream, guys. We've been going for 1.5 hours. I don't want to keep these streams too long, just for the people that like to watch afterwards. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the stream. Not sure when the next one's going to be, but it will probably be some coding. Potentially the charging system where you can charge in where COs can charge inmates with all types of different charges. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.